Find a place where you can be perfectly still. Close your eyes and let the weight of the day lift away. Imagine you are standing at the edge of an ancient mountain where the air is cool and the mist is thick. There is no time here, only the rhythm of the trees and the path ahead. Take a slow, deep breath and let us begin our walk through the silver mist. The air is cool and perfectly still as you stand at the edge of an ancient mountain where the trees are so tall they seem to touch the very fabric of the fading sky. The light is a soft shade of gray-blue, filtering through the heavy canopy in long, dusty beams that illuminate the tiny particles of mist dancing in the air. You take a slow step forward onto a soft pine needles path that cushion your feet and dampen every sound until the world becomes a silent sanctuary of peace. With each breath, you inhale the scent of damp earth and cedar wood and wild ferns that grow in the shadows of the giant stones. The path winds gently upward, following the natural curve of the mountainside, where the moss hangs from the branches like emerald lace, swaying almost imperceptibly in a breeze you cannot feel. You notice the way the light catches on a single spider web stretched between two rocks, shimmering with droplets of dew that look like tiny diamonds suspended in time. There is no urgency in your steps because the forest has no clocks and the trees have seen 1,000 years of sunsets just like this one. You pass a small stream where the water flows over smooth black pebbles with a sound that is more like a whisper than a splash. The water is clear and cold and moves with a steady rhythm that syncs with your own heartbeat as you walk further into the deepening green. A soft fog begins to roll in from the valley below, wrapping round the trunks of the trees and blurring the edges of the world until everything feels soft and out of focus. You reach a wooden bench, weathered by decades of rain and sun, and you sit for a moment to watch the mist move like a slow-motion river across the forest floor. The silence here is heavy and comfortable, like a thick wool blanket draped over your shoulders on a cold winter night. You can see a distant owl gliding silently between the pines, its wings making no sound against the velvet air. The sky above the canopy is turning a deep shade of plum, and the first few stars are beginning to glow faintly through the haze. You stand up and continue your walk, feeling the weight of your limbs becoming heavier with each passing minute. The path narrows as it leads toward a small clearing where a stone cottage sits nestled against the side of a mossy cliff. The windows of the cottage reflect the last light of the day, and a thin wisp of smoke rises from the chimney in a perfect vertical line. You hear the distant sound of a wind chime made of hollow bamboo clinking softly in the distance, creating a melody that is repetitive and hypnotic. You focus on that sound, letting it wash over you and clear away any remaining thoughts of the busy world you left behind. The earth beneath your feet feels solid and supportive, and you realize that you are exactly where you are supposed to be in this moment of absolute stillness. As you reach the door of the cottage, you notice the intricate patterns in the wood grain swirling in circles that draw your eyes into a state of calm observation. The door opens with a slow and heavy creak that sounds like a sigh of relief as you step into the warmth of the interior. The room is lit by the orange glow of a dying fire in the hearth, where the embers pulse with a steady, rhythmic light. You walk across the creaky floorboards to a large armchair covered in soft velvet, and you sink into it, feeling the cushions mold to the shape of your body. The heat from the fire is gentle and consistent, warming your toes and making your eyelids feel heavy and warm. Outside, the mist has thickened into a white wall of silence that separates you from the rest of the universe. You watch a single spark rise from the fireplace and disappear into the darkness of the chimney, and you follow its path with your eyes until you find yourself staring into the soft shadows of the ceiling. The rhythmic ticking of a grandfather clock in the corner becomes the only thing you hear, and it sounds like a slow pendulum swinging back and forth in a void of peace. Tick and tuck and tick and tuck, moving slower with each passing second until the gaps between the sounds become longer and longer. You feel the tension leaving your jaw and your shoulders and your hands as you let go of the day entirely. The scent of wood smoke and dried chamomile fills the room, creating a cocoon of comfort that is impossible to resist. You imagine the forest outside, sleeping under the blanket of fog, with the trees standing guard over the quiet mountain. The world is at rest, and you are part of that rest, moving toward a deep and dreamless sleep that waits for you just beyond the edge of your consciousness. You close your eyes and see the soft purple light of the forest once again, but this time it is fading into a deep and beautiful darkness. The sound of the wind chime is now just a memory, and the fire has turned to glowing coals that hum with a low frequency of warmth. You are safe and you are tired, and the night is long and full of quiet wonders. Your breathing is now a shallow wave that moves in and out without effort as you drift further away from the waking world. The shadows in the room dance slowly on the walls like ghosts of old stories told by the firelight. You feel a sense of gratitude for this moment of total isolation where nothing is required of you and nothing is expected. The silence is your companion and the darkness is your friend as you sink deeper into the layers of soft fabric and heavy blankets. The mountain is tall and the forest is wide, but you are tucked away in this small corner of the earth where time has stopped moving. You are drifting now on a calm sea of nothingness where the waves are made of silk and the stars are reflected in the water below. Every muscle in your body has surrendered to the pull of gravity, and you feel as light as a feather floating on a thermal of warm air. The journey is over, and the destination is this perfect state of transition between here and there. You are falling into a sleep that is as deep as the roots of the trees and as quiet as the falling snow in midwinter. The world continues to turn, but you are still and quiet and perfectly at peace in the heart of the mist.